On today's video, we're gonna discuss, is the property that you're flipping, can it be refied and you get your money out on a quote unquote BRRRR method? Today I'm at one of our flips and we have to think about it. Can this flip be refied? And if it is refied, can we get the money out that we put in as our down payment from the hard money lender to rinse and repeat and do the process all over again? So in today's video, I'm basically gonna give you guys an update on the market. And if you're flipping a property, make sure you can refinance it, right? What are the tips and tricks you can do to make sure you're able to refi when it's time to refi? Because in today's market, a lot of investors won't tell you, a lot of them are stuck and they're not getting their money out. The money's sitting in the property. So that means the capital that was put up is not being rinsed and repeat. And if that capital is somebody else's capital you borrowed to use as a down payment, how are you paying them back? So today's video will be pretty interesting. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right, so as I'm sitting in this flip that we're 90% done, I'm running my own numbers to see, hey, if this market turns with everything that's pending, right? We're literally on the cusp of like going to war almost, right? We're not even getting into politics, but there's a lot of things happening and you can't even find tradesmen to complete work because a lot of them are being deported. And the people that can do the work, that are qualified to have residency or citizenship, there's a shortage because now we've taken a surge of people out the market and the people that has the influx of work don't have the capacity to handle the work. So now we're trying to train people, speed up the process, making sure they have the qualifications to do the work, like electricians, plumbers, framers, carpenters, so it's a whole conundrum right now, y'all. But let's get into this video, right? So if you're gonna flip a property like this one behind me, right? You want to make sure that the ARV, which is the after repair value, that is the price you can sell a property for on the open market, that a consumer is willing to pay for and will get verified to an appraisal that the bank will give the money to that consumer for to turn it over to you. Will that property meet those criteria for you to get the money out? For instance, let's say you bought a property, we'll keep the numbers very small here. You bought a property that needs some work for $100,000. And the work that needs to be done is, let's just say for a rule of thumb, $50,000. So to buy the property, to fix it is $150,000. I'm not talking about closing costs. For those of you watching the video, oh, we have closing costs when you're buying it. Let's factor that in too if you want to. Let's say closing costs, it's about $10,000. So we're at $160,000 to fix and flip this property before we even sell it. So if we're at 160, follow along, and the ARV for this property, let's say for coincidence, we're at 160. Let's say we can sell it for 210, right? I'm gonna pull up my calculator here. I'm gonna run the numbers. For 210, for you to refinance this property and get into a loan, particularly if I'm gonna do a refinance for you, shameless plug here, and you do a DSCR loan per se, you're only going to get up to 65% to 70%, depending on your credit and where you're at and cash and how much you can rent for, a lot of variables. For the video's sake, let's say you're able to get 70 to 75%. Sometimes we get 75%, I'm not gonna say we can't, but let's just make it 70%. Now, will the 70% of the 210,000 cover the cost that I have in the project, which is my down payment and my hard money lender to get them out, which is $160,000, right? So it's 70% of 210 cover that baseline. Now there's other things, closing costs, I'm just gonna run the numbers real quick. So 210 times 70% is $147,000. That means I am short $13,000, y'all. So this property is only for a flip. So if I got into this deal and I had to give somebody money to get out a deal, I'm putting more money in the deal. If I borrowed somebody's money, I'm now not able to give them the money and I'm stuck. So what does that mean for you? That means you gotta have some type of cash reserve to keep the property for yourself. Let's say, for instance, the person needs their money. Where are you getting that money from? Right? So if you want a safe bet, if you're an investor that's going to invest with people, or you're going to do a deal and it's not your money, it's zero money out of your pocket, meaning that you borrow the down payment, all you have was the knowledge to do this, you got to make sure you can refi it to make everybody whole. You can't get into these deals and not make your hard money investor whole, which is the bank, and your private investor whole. Even so, even if it's your money you took out of your Roth IRA or some type of account, you got to put that money back at some point and rinse and repeat. If it stays in a property, are you really making a lot of money from it? If you're cash flowing $300 after everything is said and done, does it make sense? If you put in, let's say you're cash flowing $300 per month, right? Because now the property is fixed. Let's do 300 times 12. That's $3,600 per year, right? Divide that into the amount of money you put in. Sometimes if you're at like, let's say the 160,000, let's say you put in, for instance, let's say 10% down, but realistically you probably put 10% down. So let's just say you put 20% down of the 160,000, so you can get the loan. 20% down of that is $32,000. Let's divide $32,000 divided by 36. What's your return on investment? Divide by $3,600, which is what you'll get. So that's an 8.8% return on investment on your money per year. Now, if you're factoring in you're managing this, then you're good. But if you got to pay a property manager, is it really, are you really making a lot of money on this, right? So think about these things when you're doing these deals. Now, I just did a brief overview of this. It's not, I didn't go on a chalkboard to make, but I want you guys to understand the numbers, right? If I go back to the very base, make sure that you can refinance these properties, although they look good and you're flipping for a profit, make sure if you need to, right? If the market is soft, you can't make a lot of money from these deals, then hold on to it. Wait for a better opportunity to make money. I've had people who invested in real estate, they hold off a little bit, and they wait. Then what happened? They made triple their money. So if they were supposed to make $30,000 on the flip, but they held it for 3 to 5 years, they made $120,000. That's a better tool, right? You're still making cash flow, but you got to figure out the strategy to get to the cash flow. So in a property like this, the example I gave, you have to put back another $13,000 into it to be whole, to be able to close on it. So what I'm saying is in this market, in this particular market, as of 2025 and June, we're going into July, make sure you're buying properties. And I know, right? Ah, man, I'm trying to get a profit. I'm also trying to make sure I can flip it and get into a deal. Yes. But if it's not your money, don't do it. If it's your money, you're comfortable with it sitting for 3 years, then take the chance. But if you're not, don't do it.
No, God, please, no, no, no.
Sit back and wait and be patient for the right opportunity. Because there's a lot of investors right now who are refinancing deals that are making mortgage payments that's coming from their own pockets because they haven't put a tenant in these properties. Guys, this is why I made this channel, so things can be full circle for you. This is not to scare you. I'm just giving information so you can actually win, so you can make it full circle. This is how you make it. You plan, you strategize. I want you to find it and I fund it for you and coach you through it. I want you to understand what goes into it. So that being said, guys, make sure you're taking your time. You know you can refinance it. So make sure when you're doing this rule, so whatever you can sell it for in the open market, you have a real comp, do 70%. That's your number you'll get for your loan amount, minus what you have in the deal. Then you can say, oh, okay, well, it might make sense. But if that doesn't make sense and you're not willing to do so, look for another opportunity. You want to find deals that you can make into a rental. And I hate to say it, BRRRR may be dead, because I'm seeing it dead right now, but there's still opportunities I've found that make sense. So I can't tell you it's completely dead because I'm witnessing it as I'm funding deals. I'm like, okay, they were able to pay the lender back and get their money back at least, or make a small profit. So it's a possibility. With that being said, won't hold you guys too much. I wanted to make this video to give you a caution, to educate you, and also help you and make real estate full circle. Again, guys, it's not to scare you, all right? If you find this video valuable to you, you like the content, you found some value, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll make some more videos like this. Don't forget, guys, my name is Gene Garan. I am a hard money lender, a lender that funds in all these states. Can help you if you're in, let's say, Florida. You guys already know that. Can help you fund your deals in New York, New Jersey. Can help you guys in majority of these places, right? And there's about 48 states I can help you for sure. And get you these DSCR loans or hard money loan and help you guys get your projected profits in these deals or get your money out, per se. So if you guys need help or any assistance and you find it, I'll fund it, I'll coach you through it. See you guys on the next video. I appreciate you guys watching this. Leave me some feedback. And if you liked it, if you want to see a different video, I'm more than happy to make videos for you guys that you guys find of value. See you guys in the next video. I'm out.